Our first orator is Andrea Botho, a fifth grader at Frederick Douglass Elementary School. Andrea. You look fantastic. So tell me, did you get a good night's sleep?
Yes.
Wonderful. And did you have breakfast?
Yes.
What did you have for breakfast?
Chick-fil-A and fruit.
Okay, that's good. Would you like a handshake, a hug, or a high five?
A hug.
Are you good with the microphone? Okay.
If Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was alive today, he would be able to celebrate the life of Muhammad Ali with both awe and adulation. He would juxtapose his life and legacy side by side with the life of the late, great Muhammad Ali and notice similarities in his words and his actions. The resounding theme that will echo through his years is, just because it's different doesn't mean that it's wrong. Dr. King will remember his own words. We have flown the air like birds and swum the sea like fishes, but have yet to learn the simple act of walking the earth like brothers. He would recognize that his words are similar to those spoken by Muhammad Ali. Service to others is a rent you pay for your room here on earth. Love one another. Just because it's different doesn't mean that it's wrong. Dr. King would pry deeply into his mental Rolodex and ponder upon his work in the southern states to give blacks a chance to vote. He would remember the many peaceful protests and countless death threats. He would recollect Muhammad Ali fights and resolute the stance against the Vietnam War. When he thought about Ali being branded a traitor and stripped of his title, he would remember that he has too been called names and that if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for anything. Stand for what's right. Just because it's different doesn't mean that it's wrong. Leadership is a dynamic term that depicts unique talents, gifts, humility, bravado, and giving nature of those who are willing to undergo the scalpel of public opinion. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Just because it's different doesn't mean that it's wrong. Dr. King would acknowledge that both have given up their lives to display tolerance and love for others. Both have led men and women through the fiery darts of the wicked to proclaim rights for all citizens of the country. King would recognize that they have both fought to show the next generation the importance of having a predecessor. Without active leadership, men will fall prey to predator. Despite their different approaches, they were stronger and united for that common goal, freedom. They both set off an alarm that reverberated in the heart and minds of those who thought people of color were inferior, as hate and civil unrest erupted around them. Both men lent their spirits and displayed an example to the men and women who stand in protest against hate and divisive thinking that threatened then and even now to rip apart the fabric of our country. He who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. If Dr. King were here today, he would tell Muhammad Ali how he is an inspiration and a risk taker. I believe he would extend a hand of brotherhood and say, just because it's different doesn't mean that it's wrong. Although Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Muhammad Ali might have differed on how the fight was fought, both entered the ring, standing tall, facing their opponent, pushing through round after round and fighting the good fight. And when the bell dings to signal the end of the bout, Dr. King would look to his brother and simply say, "Well done." Thank you.